Welcome back everyone. Today I have another video and today we have playing Pudding. This is one of the leaders, the last leader of the new set that I haven't made a video for, so definitely gonna make a video about it. Really strong leader. The appeal on this leader is definitely that you can play Lin on turn 4, which is extremely powerful if you have ever played Lin and you know what this card does, right? So this is definitely like the big appeal of the deck. The problem with the deck is that it really folds to really aggressive strategies. So most of the time you have to be mindful of that. So that's why I'm not playing too many 10 drops in the deck, because I think most of the time you're gonna have to just be able to play one 10 drop, and then you're gonna have to play a lot of defense. And the cards that I choose to play in defense are Yamato, the other Lin, and Karakuri, because these are very versatile enough where you can leave some energy up for something like Blast Breath, and at the same time be able to survive. So Lin is very good against some matchups, and you search for it on those matchups, but you don't have too many. You don't want to have too many clocks or dead cards in your hand, because that's how you lose with this deck. I think most of the time it doesn't matter what bombs you play, as long as you play bombs every turn, you're gonna be fine. Lin is one of the best ones, but you also don't want to play Lin against aggressive decks, because that's gonna give you a really bad result, right? So and also to complement that, we're playing Onami and Beige and Bonnie as a good triggers to have out of life. That's gonna help you survive and just keep in the game, right? This is really important for you to do that. And I think if you're not doing that, especially because you're healing a lot with this leader, like all the cards, all the top end heals, so definitely is like something you should be doing consistently, and trying to get triggers out of life is very good, right? I like the Bonnie in this deck because you can play it on turn 1, and then you get some value out of it if you don't have a Karakuri the next turn. Or you could no, even if you have a Karakuri, you can still give it an attack twice and get the value there. Or you could get it out of life and it draws 2 and discard 1, which is also really a good application for the deck when you have so many bricks in the deck, of course. I'm also playing some amount of Edward Newgate. I think you do want to do like a Ram turn into a Newgate or Karakuri, because 1, it helps you to ram, and 2, it just gives you a 7k body on board, which is really important so you can continue your plays. So that's just the way that you should be doing it, I think. And then after that, it doesn't matter what bomb you drop, because all the bombs here are designed to just KO something or remove something or just burn the life, of course, and that helps you to win the game. You don't have to win the game super quickly. You just have to play a couple of bombs, and then eventually they will win you the game, but you have to survive to be able to do that. So that's why I think a card like Blast Breath is very important, because it fits except for the big bomb curve, it fits everything else very well, and I think it's worth to play some amount of Blast Breath to be able to survive long enough to like reap the benefits of playing so many bombs, right? With that being said, let me know what you think on the deck. We just played the regular 12 2k counters with some Charlotte Amande, as it has versatility versus a lot of decks, of course, and I like her because of that. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, and let's see the gameplay. Alright, so we're gonna play against Rob Lushi. This being probably one of the better matchups, if I would have to say something about it, because Big Mom into Big Mom into Big Mom. First, they're really hard to remove in theory, and also you're ramping into it, and then there's a lot of bombs that they have to play around. It's not the easiest matchup for sure. We're gonna play the Nami, because I want to maybe heal, and also now that I see a Karakuri, I do want to take that life for sure. He didn't do anything play on turn 2, so that's probably going to be a little bit too slow for him. This matchup, he does definitely have to keep the pace, or he just will get out of value here by all my cards. Next turn, I'm gonna start dropping Big Moms. He is comboing early, signalizing that he doesn't want to take any damage, so the Big Moms are not as impactful, and then he has enough time to remove all of them. I mean, that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I will combo out 5. Maybe I should have taken this one so I have more counter power since I'm gonna be playing Big Mom, Big Mom, Big Mom, and but I also don't wanna just lose some damage here. Oh, he plays Brook, KO my Yonami. Okay, well this cool that this card is a 6-drop and doesn't get popped by the leader. So actually, it might prove to be okay to have combo there, because then now I think my opponent wants to raise me. I think that's the case with all the Lushi deck. They're gonna try to raise you. It's not that easy to not do so. Here, I'm assuming he's gonna play an 8-drop, any 8-drop, or it could be a Jack. Probably going to remove my Big Mom, right? I will have to assume that's the case. Next turn, I'm just gonna do another. It's very scripted with the pudding. If you have a Big Mom, you really drop it if you are a high life total, and especially against black decks, it's just especially good against those. The question is, what am I gonna drop after the second Big Mom? It could be a 9-drop. It's not the best one in this matchup for sure, but I still think it's worth it in some ways. Now, this Rebecca is an issue. But, I mean, it's only the 8-drop Gecko Moria that I really have to be worried about. And we still have 4 life with the one that we're going to heal. So it's not the most terrible thing ever. He's been keeping up on hand size because of the Rebecca. So that has been a really good investment for him. Double 9-drop. Okay, that might have to be one of my plays eventually. I'll attack with the Big Mom. He's probably gonna have to block. I could attack the leader with the Karakuri just to force. It probably is better. It probably is better to just attack the leader, because if he has a 2k counter, he just gets out of that attack with the 2k counter, and I don't apply as much pressure. Probably was correct to do that, but we'll see. Now, one thing my opponent could try to do is KO my Big Mom. Is it possible? It is. It is possible, just by battle. Well, he has to commit everything. And then he doesn't have a turn, and then I get to have my turn, right? And I get to untap with like 3 guides, right? It could be... I mean, he's also going to probably lose the Gecko, if anything. I have to let it go, because if he attach everything into the Gecko, I have to put him on like a little bit scared of attaching everything into the Big Mom and not being able to save it. Oh, that was just probably the nail in the coffin if everything goes well here, because definitely Big Mom is gonna seal the game. I still will have 3 life. I'll attack the leader, see what he does. Probably has to combo to that one too. He takes. Oh, that's not right. Now I get to do Big Mom, Big Mom, Big Mom. Well, also he probably has low counters here, and then didn't want to necessarily have to out combo the Brook or something else, and or he wanted to save the Gecko Moria by battle, because it's gonna be difficult with like 2 attacks into the Gecko Moria. So that could have been my play, and he was trying to play around that. But then he gets got by another Big Mom, of course. Now he has to go for game. I don't think he can remove, even if he does remove one of them. It's too little, too late, I think, to be removing Big Moms at this point. Next turn I will definitely be going for game, and he has to present too many blockers and remove one of the Big Moms, which is probably impossible. So yeah, this is yeah, I mean, he's in desperate mode right at the moment, and I mean, I don't blame him, but what is he gonna do, right? Sabo is not nearly enough. One blocker at 0 life is just not enough. Attack 12, 12, 12, and it's a GG at that point. Ah, there was the last Big Mom. Okay, so we have the matchup versus Zoro. It's gonna be a really difficult matchup, of course. I think this is the one that you most likely gonna lose It's probably like a 80-20, to be honest. We do have a deck that has a better chance against it, but if the opponents play well and keep up one energy, I will always be scared if my opponent keeps one energy, because if he gets to play like a chopper for free on the first turn, it's really bad for me. I kept this hand because I had a brulee and maybe a ramp. So I was trying to ramp without having to attack my opponent, which, I mean, is easier said than done, right? But I mean, sometimes we have to. So he did keep up one energy, so we could say that the opponent knows what he's doing, or even if he's bluffing it, it definitely does hurt me to have to combo out of that one, of course. Here I could block with the brunette, try to get a counter, so I can maybe attack whatever he plays, because I expect a chopper here. So blocking here to ramp is not bad. I could have still attacked with the pudding, but if he plays 2 cards out of the chopper, it's just, and then I give him a card, it's just really bad for me to do that. I don't think I win ever if I do that. So I have to just be responsible on that end. However, I don't think I can not attack this reindeer. Like, if he has it, I mean, he has it, and sure, I have to get that out of him at some point, right? I do have to ramp twice this turn, or else I'm just never gonna catch up. However, he didn't have it. He was just baiting me, which, I mean, is great for me, of course. Now at this point, it won't be that bad for me. I mean, we're still not favor at the moment, but at least we're at 4 life. We're gonna ramp into 10 next turn. We have Big Mom probably going to be the play. Let's see how much the opponent gets to do this turn. Attacking for 6. Very annoying that he's pressuring the 6 number, but it should be okay, I think. Attacks for 6 again. I have to take. Yamato is very, very nice, of course. That's the reason we're playing Yamato for this matchup, mainly. As we're not going to ever be able to attack his leader, so he's going to kill pretty much anything that he plays. Except for, like, maybe a dragon. That's going to be really difficult. But we have Karakuri for that one. Attacks for 5. Just pressuring my hand. And plays another chopper. Okay, I mean, it could be worse, I guess. Attack for 7 here. He has to defend. He keeps 1 energy up, so he could also play something from the deck. Okay, so he's gonna play something from the deck. It wasn't something impressive, so it's fine. Okay, we get to get rid of that one. Okay, it's looking much better than this. I could discard Big Mom, and I could discard Karakuri. So the problem is that I'm gonna heal him once. So I do need 1 Big Mom on this matchup, I think, to be able to go for game. And the problem with this is if I get a second Big Mom, it's gonna be a break in my hand. And that really sucks. But I also think I will need 1 Big Mom so I can go through 6 life, right? In a timely manner. So it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst, right? Now, my opponent should know that I have 9-drop Yamato in my hand. So they could try to play around that, but that's also when the Big Mom does get to punish my opponent. By just playing Big Mom, and I get to heal to 3, and then we have more life, right? That's another way that you get to punish the opponent for playing around Yamato, right? He's attacking for low numbers. Thankfully, the number of 2Ks that we have in our hand is high enough where this is not as bad. The fact that he's pressuring the 6K number. He plays... Okay. Interesting. Attacks for 7. Okay, he has a full board. What comes next? Okay, Chopper. He removes... probably the Nami wasn't the right one to remove, because I have a free attack on my Piranha. And I do get to kill the blocker here. Attack with the Piranha into the... Oh, maybe he wanted to block the Piranha. So I have to attack everything else. And with the pudding, I should have attacked the Brulee. So he doesn't get to combo out of that one, but it's fine. Orhan, I mean, it doesn't have that much combo power. So if he has a rusher here, he gets to put me to 0. And I have a big mom to put myself back to 2-1. And hopefully I have enough to survive then. That's what I see is going to happen. Attacks for 9, okay. Okay, so he plays Chopper instead. Okay, that's not terrible for us, I think. Because we can go to 2 life and then go from there, right? He does have 3 attackers next turn, so he could potentially go for game. We'll attack the Polar Bear, which doesn't do anything for him. I'm going to attack the leader now, because I have to go for game next turn. Next on my turns, right? So playing Big Mom is a huge part of that. We put him to 2 life, and then, well, next turn, I'm definitely just trying to go for game. So he has to attempt to go for game this one, right? Unless he does something weird and I can just, like he plays a bunch of blockers and I can just play a second Big Mom, baby. I could combo to this. I mean, it wouldn't be bad, to be honest, but I think taking is not terrible either. Because that commits all his energy in trying to go for game. And if I get enough Connor here, like, yeah, I don't have not Connor in my hand. I have 10k at least. So he has to go 10-10 with those 2 cards. Not that easy. And then I can get to combo to 5, which is a much more reasonable number, of course. And then now what does he do? He could go rusher, but it's not that simple, right? 8, even if he has a Zoro, which is the best card that he can have. Zoro is 6, 7, 8, 9. I do have 9 in my hand. No, I don't have 9. No, I do. Wait, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? I could take this one, but I could also just combo out of this one. So I can force my opponent into playing a rusher, attacking my Karakuri, and then I can do like a Lin again. I can heal, or I can play like a Big Mom 9 drop to heal and remove something too. So it depends on what my opponent does here. If he tries to remove the Karakuri, I get to maybe go another turn with like another Big Mom. If he goes rush at my leader, then I'm just trying to go for game. I'm trying to just kill him. It depends on what my opponent does. If he plays blockers, interesting. I don't know what to do there. I could try to get a Blast Breath on the heal. He does play blocker. Well, there's no way that I don't go for game, right? Even with the blocker, yeah, he's gonna have the event. I have to go for game here. Attack for 10. Let's see what he's got. I have 5 attackers at least, so that's not bad. I have to bait the... This probably has to connect. Attack for 8. See if he has 2 more 2k counters. He doesn't. All right, attack with Big Moms. There's no way that he has to combo. Yeah, and then we attack with Putin. So we decided correctly here. And yeah, he didn't have any more combo power at all. Yeah, I mean, oh, the last card was a 2k counter. So we were pretty safe if he tried to go for game. And then so on and so forth based on what he draws, right? That was the best case scenario for this deck and both decks, I guess. He didn't have the event on turn 2. So then that gave me enough time to be able to play my cards and eventually win the game. This is going to be a really difficult matchup either way. Like, this is not the norm. This is just like things going well with the deck, but I still wanted to showcase a Zoro deck, of course. All right, and we're going to play against Kalgara. This is going to be a difficult matchup, of course. Orhan I mean, it's not terrible. And we're going second. That's the biggest thing. We did get a ramp here, so we're going to be able to get to 10 drop fast. Which is at least a good thing for this deck, of course. And at the same time, defend and attack. The way it works with the blocker, though, you have to take a life, so you can play the 6 drop, and then you can block and then go to 10 immediately. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter for this example, because you can go to 8 as well, like on turn 2. Which is not bad. If we get a Karakuri, that's really good going second, of course. Because we get a double ramp and then we get to 8 immediately. So that's another option, of course. And we have the Karakuri on life, so that's actually pretty decent. We can just block with the Brulette and then play Karakuri. That's why you have to play Karakuri in this deck. It's just too good going second. Because going second is her weakest top of the deck. Only issue is that if I block and I don't get the Karakuri, so yeah, that's a no wombo, I guess. So I have to take the Karakuri, right? Because if I don't have, like, if he attacks me again, I get to block. But if he doesn't attack me, I have to play the 7 drop. And yeah, I mean, that's the only options, right? I still keep the blocker, so it's not terrible. But yeah, the options are he either attacks me and I block, and I get to play Karakuri, or Karakuri 8 drop, or I have to play the 6 drop Karakuri and attack for a big number. Either way, I mean, that's what's gonna happen. Those are my 2 options. And I get to keep a blocker at least, which is not bad in this scenario. But it's not as good as bottom decking whatever he plays this turn, which is like the Wiper. Okay, my opponent doesn't have anything, so we get to block here and then play the 8 drop. That's great. Oh, we're gonna draw an 8 drop anyway. So I guess we could have also gotten Saki, and I could have blocked. But that's not how we play this game. We don't play the game to get Saki. Not when we have like the full information, right? And we can do more informed decisions. He attacks, he blocks, of course. He wants to play something else, but now we're in a really good spot because whatever he plays, we can either send it to the bottom of his deck, which I am okay with. I definitely will combo to this one, however, because I don't need to ramp anymore, so... And the beige is insanely good. Alright, so that's what his hand was missing last turn. And to be fair, they don't always have all these combos because it is a very combo-centric deck and combo-heavy deck. So, yeah. I mean, this turn he does get to play a lot of cards. So, it's not like he's not doing anything, right? I could, however, play the 10 drop. It's not terrible. Ooh, Yamato also is an option. I could play Yamato, KO the Kagari, attack, or I can just play the 10 drop. The Yamato is still gonna be good next turn, and I can just pressure my opponent enough to where next turn, if he takes this damage, he could just lose the game. So definitely like one of the better options here. 2, like 10 drop Big Mom is still good too. This forces him to combo out of all of this, which is very nice for me. He does get the upper jar for free, which, whatever, doesn't really matter to me, honestly. And this turn is whether or not he attacks us, and whether he takes a life or not, which it probably doesn't, because he should be scared of like a 10 drop lane attacking for directly or burning for life, and having to combo like an 8 drop and a lane is gonna be really difficult. Okay, he attacks for 10. So I assume he's going to go after the Karakuri, which I will defend because that's like my win condition here, right? And I can go to 1 efficiently because I have the Yamato, so it's not terrible. So yeah, I will definitely defend this guy. If he wants to keep spending a lot of energy just trying to kill it, I mean, at that point my leader has just increased on power, so I don't mind. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with this. Like I can just combo cards here, and I win the late game, and this is just okay with me. Oh, that's a slight misplay of my opponent if he was planning to use the leader attack. Because this could happen. To be fair, I mean, playing around this is kind of difficult, but this could happen. I think he was planning to attack with everything into the Karakuri. But now he just gets hassled because if he was planning to play something with this guy, not anymore. Now I get to attack for 5. He has to combo out of this one. And then, yeah, we just get to attack this AK for... Actually, we could attack something else, but if he defends this one, it's also fine with me. Because we can send it to the bottom of the life, heal 1, and call it a day. Like, this is not terrible for us, and he has to spend a lot of counters trying to deal with this. So now we develop this one, pitch the Karakuri, gain 1 life, send this to the bottom, and then attack the dog, which now he has to combo a lot of cards here to just try to get out of it. Not worth it. And then we have the control of the game now. Now, whatever he plays, we get to kill with Yamato, and then we have a bunch of big guys that are threatening enough to go for game. So, and he doesn't have any cards on board, so this is best case scenario of the way I see it. But my opponent maybe didn't have the most insane hand that he could have, because definitely those hands are probably gonna beat us most of the time. But this one that he had is just, and he's attacking for weird numbers that are definitely not gonna get him there. 8, just hoping that I don't have a 2k. Maybe at this point that's the best option for him, just hoping that I don't have anything. And that, I guess, it really sucks, but there's nothing I can tell you, right? This turn I'm definitely gonna play the white beer, because I mean, I don't have to play the Yamato. And yeah, this is just too good right now. I don't think he can. I don't even need to play the white beer, I guess. And then he took those 2 damage, which forced him to have to out combo to this one, or I get to attack with Pudding for a bigger number. So yeah, he might have a lot of combo power here, but what is that gonna help, you know? It should have definitely tried to do that in the earlier turns, but it doesn't matter. Here, I mean, Karakuri, it really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna play beige at the end of the life and attack with Pudding. And then, yeah, I mean, show me another 2k, and it doesn't really matter, because what's he gonna do next turn? Like, kill one of my Karakuri and pass? Too little, too late. And he had to take that one too. It's just really bad. Well, he took that one because he needs to play something from hand, maybe. But it doesn't matter. Like, he's at 1 life. He needed like a heal here, maybe. Could have helped a little bit, but even then, extremely difficult that's gonna work. Maybe some rush aces. Yeah. Still not good enough. Yeah, he just stops out. That's just giving up at this point, right? All right, we're gonna go against Boa. And I mean, this hand is nothing special. Like, I don't have any ramp, but I'm going to go first. We do have a Bonnie. Interesting card here, because it forces him to combo out of everything. I don't think it's bad. He's gonna combo out of the first attack, right? We have another Lin in life. And then we can attack next turn, be really aggressive. He attacks, I take a life. I should have searched for the... I mean, it's fine. I'm just going to attack 5-5. Maybe play the blocker so I have the ramp for next turn. Then he has to attack my Linlin. I mean, my... Oh, he had Red Rock, I guess. Now we can do 9-drop Linlin. I mean, we do get to just do that next turn, right? Maybe some counter here so I don't have to take a life and I don't get put in. Would be good. Because that's definitely an option here for my opponent. Oh, I see. So it seems like they want to do that. Which we're going to try to pressure by just developing bodies. If he does like a put-in, we're going to have some bodies here on board. Keep pressuring my opponent. Even if he does put in. Okay, he didn't put in, so it's all good. I don't think I need the blockers. The blockers are not going to be good against like removal. And then first 10 drop, okay. And we got rid of another red rock, which is fine, it's good. Nine. Is it put in time? No. Okay. Ooh, that's another 10 drop that we can play. But this is not terrible either, because we'd remove the 9 drop cost, and then at the same time we get to heal and do all this stuff. Probably Karakuri is not good enough in this matchup. He's more for like the aggressive matchups, honestly. I assume some red rocks or something to deal with my... Oh, keep attacking. Yeah, it's really bad for him. Red rock, okay. So now we start playing 10 drop big moms. Really good for us. And my opponent has to be this just 10 drop big mom is really good against any blue deck at the moment. Even if I don't get to attack with my cards, it's just really, really powerful. What I can do, like, if they only can play one card and they have to stifle my big mom so he doesn't deal another damage, it's just really that bad. Now my opponent doesn't even get to survive this turn. Oh no, he does get to survive this turn, but what does he have left? He has no life, and I have more life than my opponent for sure. And like, what is he gonna do? Really, it's just not possible. I'm gonna play a 10 drop Kaido that doesn't do enough. I think he needed to play it on curve and let me have one of my 10 drop big moms. But either way, it's just a crapshoot at that point anyway. Like, what are you gonna do, really? Just draw some cards and I still burn you and try to go for a game with that. Maybe you could try to destroy my opponent, I mean my Linley by battle, but it's still difficult, right? Because I will have like this much counter, and as soon as he plays a 10 drop Kaido, I'm gonna keep up my my blast breath, which I don't really have to keep like be that aggressive with that. All right. We're playing Nami. In this matchup, I don't care about any of these cards. I just care about the 10 drop big mom. So as many 10 drops as I can get. So I'm going to mulligan for that one. Even I don't care about the ramp so much. I just want to get the 10 drops big mom. So as much as I can get, the best. Okay, 2 of them is just great. Here I could get the blocker. Not important really. I have enough big guys that it's not really going to matter. And I also have, I could play this one, but I can also play this so I can tap his 1 drop and I can attack it. That is absolutely not bad for us, because I mean it gives some value to the trash cards in our hand, and at the same time he's not gonna be able to bounce back the Kaya. And they definitely want to do that with the leader, of course. Now we have Whitebeard, which is not bad. Oh, he attacks with Nami. Well, definitely gonna take. Since we play a 2K counter, he realizes that we're not gonna have too much counter, and he rather just mill one card. He either doesn't have too much to do with the cards that he's got, or I mean, it doesn't matter either way. We're still gonna do this way. This is where the white beer is good. Put back. I mean, you probably just one of the big guys. We have too many, and they don't really matter that much. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter what I send back, honestly. And then I attack, and then I just want to get the big guys, I guess. Yamato is good because he can KO something in my opponent's side. There's no way that he can ever get to KO me. So it's fine. I still keep my my 2K counter on board because, I mean, again, we're going to try to tap those Kayas so he doesn't get to recycle them if possible. Yeah, I mean, I'll take this. He gets to mill cards here, but I mean, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. He only mills 2 out of this. Not really that outrageous. He keeps all these energy up, so now I have to play smart. Just play Big Mom, go. Let him go. Attacking here will just give him cards to mill, and that's really bad for us. I would probably now defend if he attacks for 6. Because that is a lot, right? Now we get to attack for Big Mom first. 12 is a good number. Now he probably should use some events here to just get his deck rolling, but okay, he gets back the blocker. Okay, that's not bad. We're gonna have to force those cards eventually, so it is fine to do it this way. Gobble to defend. I could keep attacking, but I don't see the value on doing so. I'm just gonna play a second Big Mom and just let him go. We don't have a cycler to kill that one, so I think it's fine. He goes draw 2 more cards. He's at 21 cards left. Not that threatening, and we get to KO his blocker, so now he has to defend out of 12, and we still have more attackers, so depending on how he defends, we can still take a lot of damage here, a lot of life out of our opponent. And then attack 13, which is a higher number that he has to out-combo out of this. No trigger, so it's looking rough for my opponent. I mean, he can do a Kaya into a lot of things. That can always happen. But now we have an extremely powerful force here. And we can tap this Kaya so we can start dealing damage. 16 cards is really difficult to do it on defense. And we're gonna try to tap it. I should attack with not that one. Should attack with the one that I'm tapping things with. Attack for 13 here. If he combos out of this one, then I have another 13, and then I have Yamato. Like, this is gonna be a hard turn for him to survive, and this is when we're going for it. He goes White Snake, and 13 is a huge number for Nami to get out of. I mean, he could have a bunch of gobbles too. That's correct, I guess. Attack 12. What are you gonna do? Combo to this two? Really difficult to do so with 2 cards. Oh, you just have a lot of 2K counters, I guess. Another gobble. Okay. Then attack for 8. And that's why I should have attacked with the 3 cost first into the Kaya. I don't know why I did this incorrectly, but I mean, sometimes happens. and then he doesn't have enough to combo to this, and that's it. That's a 9k to your 9 or 13 to your face. More actually. Sorry. I think I'm up to 17 here. Yeah, 17 to the face, and with 2 cards in hand, 3 cards, not possible. And 1 done open, of course. All right, and for the final rating on this deck, definitely a strong leader, and there's some decks that are gonna have a lot of troubles against Ling Ling versus Ling Ling versus Ling Ling, and all these bombs back to back to back. Especially like black decks, I would say. But I mean, there are some other decks that are going to have a really good time against you, especially aggressive decks. So it's like a 50-50, give or take. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's not much that you can do about like what the deck good matchups and bad matchups is. So definitely a deck that would benefit for something like a sideboard, like pre-game sideboard. But still, I think it's still good enough to be like a 4.5, touching into the 5, like tier 1 decks, but not quite there yet, because it does require you to draw decently enough, and like they don't die in the process, which is sometimes is easier said than done when you don't hit the right cards, you draw too many like bricks and so on and so forth, of course. But with that being said, that's all I have for today. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one.